Welcome to Veronica's Secret Library, where the books are bound in leather, and so am I. By day, I'm your favorite librarian, smart, polished, and just a little dangerous. But by night, I take control. And right now, I'm here to welcome you to the only podcast that's as raw as it gets. This is Three Guys and Sometimes Bob, recorded deep inside a smoky cigar lounge. No scripts, no filters, just real conversation. It's G, Roy, Mike, sometimes Bob, and tonight, you have me. They talk bad steaks, good cigars, travel disasters, and all the real-life madness you won't hear anywhere else. So grab a drink, light one up, and get comfortable, because on May 1st, my secret is out. That's right, Veronica'sSecretLibrary.com goes live, and once you step inside, there's no going back. Now, let's begin.
Let's fucking go. Yeah. I gotta warn everybody. I am fucking fired up today because I have just about had it.
Yeah?
Even deep into Veronica.
Deep into Veronica, yeah. So she's my AI girl.
Ah.
Is that your new AI?
That's the one. That's the one. I've got everything pretty much. Veronica Black is her.
VeronicaBlack.com?
No, Veronica'sSecretLibrary.com.
Veronica's Secret Library. Is she wearing a little short skirt?
She's wearing the leather. I can show you what.
Does she got the pull back hair?
She's got whatever the fuck I want to make her on any given day.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, I'm going to start the process May 1st. I figured
Can you just make me some old dirty whore.com? And there's a fetish for
I'm sure that's
shit.
probably taken.
Yeah, it probably is. Some old dirty whore.
Yeah.
Holy fuck. What's today? Tuesday?
Today is Tuesday.
It's golf night.
It is golf night.
Oh,
that is a good thing.
Go out and beat the fuck out of a little
Yeah, boy.
chicken egg.
I had a game of my life. I should have probably went home and had a heart attack. It was so good. Minus the hole in one. So,
Oh, that was last week.
that was last week. Actually, it kind of carried over to Sunday. I played on Sunday, and it was.
You did good again. So it's like a trend now.
I kind of did. Well, I can't judge what I did on Sunday because it's a scramble, and you're doing shit that you just don't normally do when you're playing golf.
Yeah.
You're just trying to get the ball down. You're not playing a game. Oh yeah.
You can scroll through.
Yes, Veronica's very nice. Hi.
You can play the video too.
Glasses. Oh, might as well play the video. Oh, how you doing?
Anyway.
Okay.
While he's in there playing with himself.
Well, not yet, but soon.
Oh, okay.
The process has started.
Yeah, you should make her so her hair's pulled back.
Well, again, this is just the ones I'm playing with and getting dialed in, and then it'll be, from
You
everything.
guys don't want to see that. She'll give you a heart attack.
Yeah, that's my AI fan view girl. That she's gonna. That's I don't know. We talked about it last week a little bit, but yeah.
Just
My goal is it's going to start May 1st, and my goal is to have it generate $300 a day by the end of the month.
Great. Well, I want dirtier than that, but like mom.
You want like Harley chick kind of?
No, no, that's skanky. I want like mom fucking 50-year-old guy going, yeah, that looks like my wife because it's not my wife. I mean that's great. I mean she's hot, but
Yeah, she's not too shabby.
I want the realistic mom.
Yeah.
We can
do that.
That mom that's had like 3 kids and refused to go get her tits done. That kind of mom.
Yeah.
Just think if technology like this had existed when Hefner was around. What he
would have done.
Same thing.
Well, he probably wouldn't have been who he is today, or was yesterday, or whenever.
He's
Unless he
dead.
developed it.
Yeah, he stopped breathing.
Yeah, I mean he tried to rule the entire world of the little risque stuff.
He did a good job.
And he did it very well, very, very well. His daughter's doing, continuing, but I think it's more online stuff. Can you even buy a Playboy anymore?
Oh yeah, you can.
Can you go to the
subscriptions.
7-Eleven and get the Playboy?
I don't know if 7-Eleven.
I don't
but News and Smokes probably does.
Well, I would hope so. It's called News.
Well, that's not really news though. That's just
That's articles.
articles. Yeah.
I have not
Yeah.
been out there in a while, so I don't know
Yeah.
if they still got a magazine section. I imagine they do.
I would assume that there's at least the
Yeah,
point because I know when friends of mine bought Blind Georges
Right.
from Diane.
Yeah,
What's her name?
yep.
They were like, there's regulars that come in And they have and their biggest sellers was the porn.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
We've got to get your Hustler and your
drugs and
And,
barely legal.
Fine,
I mean-
goats are people too.com or whatever that magazine is,
for people too.
Yeah, but Hefner, I mean, for all the positive or negative, he ran a reasonable company.
Sure.
Yes, absolutely.
We had a good business.
And I worked for I worked at Playboy for a year.
Yeah.
During the time when they were going, they realized besides magazines and the clubs, they needed.
Go digital.
No, they were going into products. In other words, so now you can get a Playboy
bunny.
mug.
Right.
Yeah, just with the image,
Okay.
and you try to, and they try to go into regular Sears and Pennies and stuff like that.
That's a tough sell. I mean, yes, he built an empire and a fortune shrouded around nudity, and I mean, nudity is
Titillation.
Titillation.
Yeah.
Is that what they call that?
Well, it's titillating.
Tits are involved, right?
Yeah.
It sounds better than prickulations.
Porn.
But yes, he
Porn
was
single
probably-
syllable though. That's so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime
It's
you
not
can
like
just
porn.
reduce it down to one syllable.
Right.
Yeah, but even midget
So-
porn is 3.
Yeah, but that's a type of porn. It's still just porn.
It is.
It's not midget titillating books or some shit,
I got something to say to G right now.
Oh, please do,
I am smoking a Nika Rustic.
you motherfucker!
I know.
How dare you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, my head hurts. It is.
My head
What the
hurts.
hell you got going on today? Who you want to beat down in Medford? All the above.
The list is long and distinguished.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's just
We're
fine.
fine.
We're fine. We are absolutely fine. We are doing what we do because we're good at it.
That's right.
Some may
shall.
think differently, but you know what? Stand in line, bring your checkbook.
Yeah. You want in?
Sometimes people who are not successful look at people that are successful
Yeah.
and say they're doing it wrong.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
Didn't we call those Democrats? I heard that somewhere before. It was
Excuse me, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Bob just became Southern.
just Southern. Yeah, this guy.
That was almost like a bless your heart.
Yeah, bless- exactly.
Yeah, it was exactly that.
Yeah.
With a fuck you, though.
A proper fuck you.
proper-
Bob, you're not even a Democrat. You're an independent. So you don't get to get offended saying that Democrats are fucking dumbasses.
Well, you guys
They're no more
assumed that-
dumbasses than some of the
Everybody else in the world.
Yeah.
The rest of the Republicans, yeah.
But we're grouping everybody into two fucking silos.
Right.
Because
And
we have
I
to.
don't think
This silo
you
shit, this
have
silo
two
shit.
silos. I don't think there are two silos. You have very wide pools with deep ends on some sides.
I love the fact that, did you see the whatever that was, the Republican from somewhere or representative
Oh, that narrowed it down.
That guy, yeah.
that put the articles in an impeachment for Trump?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the fucking the guy that is leading the charge that can barely speak English?
So? It won't
Well,
happen.
Well,
I
no,
think
it won't happen. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's not ridiculous.
as an
It won't happen.
independent,
It is ridiculous.
I think that's a real stupid time wasting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely is.
It's a
going
taxpayer's
to-
waste. Absolutely.
Yeah, you're angry at somebody and you're trying to find a way to make them, I don't know, twitch or something. But it's a waste of time because it's not going to happen. Whether or not he deserves it or not, it doesn't matter. It ain't going to happen with the Congress.
He just called us 15 minutes of fame.
That's right. He wants to feel relevant again.
Right. And being
Well, the pen-
relevant is not necessarily a good thing. I got to turn on the fans, boys. Because we're getting smoky. Please continue without me.
Oh, yeah, we'd be happy to.
Do it all the time.
Yeah, we do it all the time.
Every fucking day.
So last Saturday was a small, silly party.
That was fun.
It was. I enjoyed it. I got out of there before the live auction happened because I didn't need to sit around and watch things.
That was a long day.
For stupid,
Long night.
stupid money. But
Yeah, it was pretty stupid. There were some people throwing it around like their dicks were dragging out the door, which is fine if you got it. But
yeah, true.
I noticed if you look at the truly wealthy people that were in that room, and I could point a lot of them out because
Yeah.
I know who they are. They they weren't the ones that were throwing their dick around.
No.
No, not at all.
Is that too much?
Did you turn it on to extra fast?
No, I just turned it on.
It's all right.
Is it okay? I don't want you to get cold or
Or hot.
We got
or,
heater.
We got it.
Yeah.
We can do
Well, that is sucking up, so we
Yeah.
do got that going for us. That one's pushing down.
Up sucking.
So, but yeah, I don't want to name names in our community because, everybody knows who they are. And if you live in Grants Pass, you know the top 5 wealthiest families in Grants Pass.
Correct.
They were not, they bought a few things, but they weren't,
They weren't like, hey, look at me.
yeah, there was, I don't even know who the guy was that I was a caller. I was a shot caller.
Yeah.
And
Flashlight guy.
I was flashlight guy, yes. Yes, I had my flashlight out. But I don't even know who he was. I recognized him. And I asked a few of my other buddies that are well-connected in the community. And they're like, well, who is this dude? And they go, I don't know. But he was bidding on, I don't know. I bet he probably easily spent 30 grand.
He's got some weed money to blow.
He,
Did he pay in cash?
I don't know. I don't
Smell like
know.
pot.
Did it smell?
No, he's an older dude. So, well, I know.
That just means he's in charge. Was he white?
Yes.
Yeah, he's in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not pin him as the guy to have weed money,
Oh, gotcha.
but those are the guys that are the most successful that you don't pin.
Yeah.
True.
But no, it was as always an enjoyable
It's
evening.
fun. The
Big
food, lots of good food.
400 and not weed money talking, but $420,000 was raised.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do a big freaking thing.
400.
I mean, you look at how much just those silent auction items.
Oh,
How many items are out on those tables in every room of the Boys and Girls Club?
Yeah,
and
I bet the number's higher than 420 because that was probably just live auction.
yeah.
And then there had to be another $30,000-$40,000 in silent.
Yeah.
Well, plus the buy a kid for $1 kind of thing.
Oh, I missed that one. How many kids could I have bought for $1?
I don't know. I bought some one year and never got them, so I didn't buy no more.
Ah,
I
me
got
either.
got fucking yard work to do, and nobody fucking. So I'm like, give me a husky one.
Yeah.
Don't give me that bony one. Give me a fucking fat one that can move some shit. The one that's a lineman when he's in the 2nd grade.
Yes. He may move slow, but he moves.
Yeah.
Yes.
I recently bought a birthday card for someone, and what attracted me to it was a woman behind a counter, student loan. There was an older
Something's on
lady
fire
in
here
front,
Grants Pass.
and she said, "I'd like a 26-year-old, that's got some education and it likes gardening." So,
Good luck with that.
well, she was thinking she was going to get a student for as a loan to do work.
And it didn't work out for her?
Didn't work out.
Apparently, it was only funny to me.
I mean,
Yeah, what the hell?
yeah, that what they should do is rent them out instead of student loans.
They call that a hooker.
No, well, I
Oh.
mean, maybe some of them, but no, put them to fucking work. Picking up trash detail. Kind of like in the military where you do your 4 hours of duty every week and
Yeah.
you get some eats and
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. Nothing's popping up on the old digital format.
it's probably something.
Probably.
I mean, shit.
That's about the 5th piece.
Yeah. Something good's on
Something's
fire.
going on.
Yeah, they probably had a little rear end accident up there on Hillcrest or something.
That's the spot.
Yeah.
That's right there by where the turn lane is by the right across the street from fucking tire shop there, Schwab's. You got people turning left, and people come straight across.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, it happens. I've seen it 1,000 times. So in the news, we've got that Epstein accuser got suicided.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the one, she was like the main, that said that Prince Andrew was, she was trafficked to him and all that kind of stuff. Goofrey or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She was hit by a bus apparently a week or two ago.
Wow.
And put something out very cryptic on Instagram that
She
she
was
only
hit
had
by-
4 days to live because kidney failure. But then she was discharged in 7 days. And then now she committed suicide. Even after she left, she made a post saying, I am not suicidal. I am nowhere. So if something happens to me,
Wow.
it was not suicide. And now here we are with CNN. Yeah, bitch committed suicide last week, Tuesday.
Fuck me.
And so let me pull this up here.
Well, if it's CNN, nobody can believe it anyway, right?
Well, for the most part,
Don't
that's
prove
what
it's on
that's
fire.
that's what's coming out to be. I wish that we could just report the news as it's news.
Well, then there's here, Florida influencer kicks off White House social media meeting by praising deportations. Uber drivers finally speak English again. In Florida, they probably don't.
Yeah, or Los Angeles, or Chicago, or Dallas.
Oh, yeah, any of the border towns. New York.
Well, Chicago's being a border town, isn't it? Isn't that a border town, Bob?
Well, Chicago's a city.
Yeah, it's a border. It's a border city
It's a border city on the lake.
on the lake.
Yeah, well, founded by Germans.
Yeah.
Germans founded all the good places.
Well,
I-
no.
Not that
they're-
Chicago's a good place
yeah.
now. It was back when they ran it.
Yeah,
Now-
when the mafia ran that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
That was
I
Italian.
remember when I went to City Hall and they had like maps of northern Illinois in 1840 and 1800, 17, whatever, and what the the demographics were. And I was really amazed. It's like in the 1800s, like, oh shit, all this stuff that, oh my God, it says all Germans.
Yeah.
I mean, there were others, but the majority was German. I didn't know that.
Maybe that's why you guys landed in Chicago.
No, we're supposed to go to New Jersey.
Well,
When my mother, we got off the boat, and my mother finds out.
How do you get off the boat and end up in Chicago and miss New Jersey? Don't you go right past New Jersey?
We
Go by.
we missed going through Ellis Island, and so we were at a dock in New York, and the sponsors we were supposed to go to New Jersey, and they said there's been a change, sponsorship. I don't know. I'm 11, so what do
Yeah.
I? All I know is that we're going to Chicago, and all my mother knew about Chicago was Al Capone and gangsters. She didn't want to go. She said, "Let's get back on. Can we go home?"
There's no other redeeming values there. So was she against those, or was she like them, but they're gone already? So why, why bother?
No, she didn't want to go to Chicago, and she said, I felt like betrayed. They hang New Jersey in front of me, and then they send us to the gangster capital.
Yeah.
Well, this was what 1950.
56.
I mean, yeah, it was over and done with by then.
Oh,
Well, they got all the bodies being buried in New Jersey.
well, yeah.
The mafia.
Well, I tried to tell that to my mother during our lives when she said, we were supposed to go to New Jersey. I said, New Jersey wasn't much better than.
Probably worse. Probably worse, because you got New York Mafia and Jersey Mafia that
Yeah.
all sort of come together right there at that bridge.
And they're quite a bit of ways from each other.
Yeah.
Now you're better off in Chicago. So
I've never,
Whitney-
honestly, I've only been to the airport in Chicago. That's it. I have flown in and flown out of Chicago. Never.
Chicago's.
I heard it's very cool.
It is.
It's
Down-
a nice city.
downtown.
Yeah,
Chicago?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Chicago.
Yeah, they got some neat museums too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just the architecture. You go down that, what is that, Michigan Avenue or whatever that is, by the lake?
Magnificent Mile.
Yeah, it is beautiful. And this is from an 18-year-old me talking that was just looking for the next bar that wouldn't card me.
Well, you did have priorities back
Yeah,
then.
I mean, come on.
The great thing about Illinois is they have licenses for 2 o'clock, for booze, 4 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. First time in when I was working in San Jose, or I moved out here to work in California, and I wanted to get some beer, and I went to 7-Eleven. And I went back to the cooler. There's fucking chains around the goddamn thing, between the
Yeah,
handles.
yeah.
It's after.
And I didn't know this, so I went to the guy and I said, "Hey, you locked it?" "Yeah, we're not selling beer." I says, "Well, where can I get a beer? Where can I buy some beer?" He says, "Nevada."
Yeah.
You can.
Yes, you can.
You can.
But it's
He's
like,
not wrong.
So
Why?
apparently that was after 2 a.m. in the morning then.
It was after 2 a.m.
As opposed to 2 a.m. in the evening.
And Bob looking for a beer at 2 a.m.
Yeah, but in Chicago, the licenses were much higher,
Yeah.
but you'd close the 2 o'clocker, and you knew which ones had 4 o'clock, so you went to that, and you finally wound up in the
6 o'clock.
Illinois Central.
Red Eye District?
Well, in the station, there was a 6 a.m. bar, and trust me, at 5 a.m., it was fucking packed.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I drank there a few times. Not a lot, but...
enough that when you walked in the door, they went, "Bob!"
Well, it's in a Prudential building or attached to it, and that's where I worked during the day in computers. So, I knew about the bar.
Right.
And during the day, you walk in there and say, "Holy shit, it's got 40 bars. I mean, the bar was from here to the curb.
Oh, that's a big bar.
So you can bring some friends.
Plus tables and stuff. I mean, it was huge. And I said, you go down into the station, they had food shops down there. So for lunch, you'd go down there. And the first time I ever saw the inside, I said, who the fuck? How can they possibly make money?
Then you went there at 6 a.m. in the morning.
At 5 o'clock in the morning with all the rest of the guys.
So, okay, all right, I got it.
So yeah, what's her name? Virginia Goofrey or whatever her name is, however you pronounce that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she suicided. And I'm trying to find it, but she had put out something like a month ago or something saying,
If I end up dead, it wasn't me.
Was not me. I'm not.
Yeah,
well, if she had a huge accident and stuff, I mean, that probably fucks with your mind.
Well, she got hit by a bus. How did that? I mean, maybe that was part of it. Maybe she was supposed to just get killed then.
Yeah.
But she didn't. She survived it and then suicided it.
Yeah, it's amazing that all the Epstein people are like.
Well, this is the third one now. Because, Epstein, and then there was another guy that was one of his buddies, suicided himself in jail. And then now her.
His big girlfriend is still alive, isn't she?
Yeah, she's in jail.
Yeah, but
she's in New York.
Is she?
I think it's in New York, at Rikers or whatever.
Maxwell or something.
Yeah.
Giselle, Maxwell, Giselle.
I don't think she's in Rikers. She's probably at Club Fed somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. She's got dirt on people, so she's.
Yeah.
That list hasn't come out yet because she's still holding it in her fucking ass crack.
She's probably enjoying being in jail because she's in protective custody and no one can fucking unalive her on purpose. And well, let's ask Jeffrey about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he unalived himself.
Yeah. You bet he did. Yeah. Well, powerful people will make powerful decisions.
Yeah. Sometimes they're dumb. Sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, what else is going on in this crazy ass?
There was something else in the news too recently. Well, the Pope died, so he was probably he was probably suicided by Epstein's people too.
No.
Have we got
J.D. Vance killed him. He gave him that shrimp ring. Not
yeah, there we go. Let's start that one.
Fucking JD.
Fucking
We
JD.
saw him the day before. Well, he dropped that trophy and all.
Well, maybe he was just so impressed with JD, he's just like,
There's no point in going on.
no, we're
I've
done.
seen it all.
Yeah.
So when I heard Saturday was his funeral, right?
Right, May 7th is when.
Crazy thing about I didn't see it on TV. It was not.
Because you don't watch that channel.
You don't. Yeah, you don't watch the other things. Trump was the only one in a blue suit.
Bullshit. I'm calling bullshit.
But he was the only one that slept.
It was teal. Okay, get it straight.
Yeah.
Take the picture of the whole thing.
Different color
There
ties.
is dozens and dozens of people in blue suits in that picture.
And he left right away to go golfing.
No, he left right away to go talk to Zelensky.
He talked to Zelensky beforehand.
On the golf course.
Okay, so he's a horrible fucking person because he left the funeral. That motherfucker.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's why he's
So-
a horrible fucking person.
He's got many reasons that leaving a funeral.
The funeral was over. What are you supposed to do? Sit around and have cocktail weenies and martinis?
Yeah.
Does the Pope eat cocktail meat? Well, not anymore.
Not
but
anymore.
I mean,
He's dead. He stopped breathing.
he's dead as fried chicken.
Vienna sausages. Oh, you
There-
guys have fucking get that one? Come
7 in a
on.
can.
Because it's Italian.
Yeah, well, he was an Italian pope, wasn't he?
No, he was from where's the Pope house at? It's in what fucking country? It's in fucking not Brazil.
The Pope House.
Yeah, the Pope house. What's it? I mean,
The
where's
Vatican?
it? Yeah,
Is it Vatican City?
well, it's its own fucking entity.
Italy?
But
Wasn't he
it's in,
from
is it in
Argentina?
Italy?
I think he was from Argentina.
Oh yeah, he is because he was the
South.
dirty one. He was the one who was going to wash people's feet and be for the people instead of just all about himself like the guy that quit.
He actually lived, made his own bed and lived in a small, it wasn't a lavish bedroom.
Oh, he was a working man's pope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I respected Francis. He's the first one since John the 23rd that I liked.
Oh,
Did you like John the 22nd? Was he okay?
John the 23rd died in what, 61 or 60 or 61?
He was the
I remember being in
the
a-
Pope when I was in the seminary.
Well, yeah, he was your pope. I mean,
Yeah, he was my Pope.
he was your
It
pope.
was your Pope. You had your own Pope.
He was put in as a holding because two factions couldn't agree which one of theirs should be one.
Oh, so-
they said we're going to put Cardinal Roncalli in because he's old, he's sick, he's going to not do anything. Just sit there and then we can figure out how to do it. He gets in and says, you know what? A Vatican Council sounds like an idea we ought to do. and take a look at ourselves.
So he snuck in there and fucking made things happen.
He was actually, I think, in my mind, responsible for bringing the church from the mid-centuries back there.
Okay.
And
Elevated up.
he was not expected to do any of that. And so he started us down the road. The problem is he was then followed by Paul, who was another Rottweiler, and then John Paul I and John Paul II.
Yeah, I'm
well,
trying to
the second
remember.
died quickly.
When they name a pope, do they like wait and figure out their personality first, like people do puppies?
I think they get to pick their name.
They get to pick their own name.
Most of the Pope, once you do the running, I mean, if you're a cardinal, even if you're from Madagascar or something, you think that if someday, somebody in the history of the church that has inspired you, Francis, he was inspired by
Francis?
by Francis, and so you're inspired by somebody. So you've got 2-3 names. If you happen to all of a sudden become Pope, you don't have to say, "Oh shit, where's the book? I got to go through some names."
Well, what if he's inspired by God? Could he be called Pope God?
No.
Oh, is there a rule?
God the second. God the second.
No,
Yeah.
that was Jesus. So it's taken.
Jesus Christ, God the third.
So okay.
So we're looking. We are not going to see some white smoke for a while.
Well, it doesn't. Well, not until at least.
But they got to
May
get to know
7th.
each other. They're all having. They're playing pinochle and backgammon.
No,
and
they don't.
Pass
they
it around,
don't-
young boys.
They're not getting locked up until May 7th.
Oh, they get locked up.
So
They get sequestered like an OJ juror.
Did you ever
just
watch The
hanging-
Conclave yet?
No, I haven't yet.
Okay. I'm
Is that a
telling
movie?
you, it's a great movie, and that ending is interesting.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll. What is going on out there?
Speaking of young boys.
But
So,
I took a look at there's, I mean, obviously every cardinal could possibly become Pope, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they got their picks.
I looked at the 7 that have been named. There's 4 of them that I think are very similar to Francis. One is from France, Philippines, Malta. And I forgot where the 4th one's from. But so I'm kind of hoping for one of the 4.
What's that new guy up? Pizza Bella. That's his last name.
Pizza Bella. No Hector here.
Next door.
what you call it? So you get Filipino Pope, goes from the Philippines to Italy. So now he's
Dude, they got lumpia and pans.
he's going to go from lumpia to fucking whatever Italian version of lumpia is.
I don't think they a ravioli.
Yeah, that's it.
Ravioli or
fried
what's those pizzas they fold up?
Oh, calzone.
Calzone.
Pope calzone.
In Italy
second.
is the other 3rd one.
I was gonna guess Italy because that's
They should get a deal on a Ferrari too.
probably should.
They got a Pope mobile.
No, but a Ferrari.
A Ferrari.
I heard
That big ass hat, though,
so he can play golf in it. Not in it.
The
but
Pope
drive around.
mobile?
Yeah, drive around the course in his Pope mobile.
Sweet.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, he could stand up and cheer everybody like.
There has been an attempt on a Pope's wife, right? That's why they had the Pope
Yeah.
mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was back in the early '80s.
Pope John.
No, John.
The
I
Paul?
thought it was John Paul.
John Paul. Yeah, I mean that was kind of like the Pope I remember.
That's the only one I remember, and that's I think that was the one I got.
Well, John Paul II was in there for 4 weeks.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't that guy. It was
They were done with the conclave. They had taken down the chairs, and
And then he
everything,
died?
And then he died.
They're like, motherfucker, we just put all these chairs away.
yeah. Now we got to book our flight
Well,
back.
there was speculation about
Oh,
Eighty-
Oh, yeah,
that they
that he didn't-
unalived him.
that they unlocked.
Epstein had something to do with that.
Yeah, Epstein had something. To do with
What So what happened to the dude that shot him? I mean, you got like a direct ticket to fucking
He's cardinal now.
fucking Ireland. Shit.
it. No, actually, I think there was some reconciliation. In other words, forgiveness, and the guy apologized. Let me look that up.
Is that all it takes is to get out of shooting the Pope?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it happened in Turkey.
Sorry, Pope, I tried to kill you.
I thought it
Okay,
happened
my
in New
son.
York.
No, it said the Turkish national claimed the attack was motivated by various factors, including revenge on seizure of a mosque and for the glory of the Turkish nation.
Ah, he was a
So-
Turk.
Well,
Turks are crazy.
oh, it was in St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. He was shot and wounded by some guy I can't pronounce. I'm not even going to try it.
Mahatma Gandhi.
Mehmet.
I don't think
Got shot by Gandhi?
I don't think he got shot by Gandhi.
I don't think Gandhi can hold a
Gandhi's
fucking rifle.
Gandhi
too,
died.
Gandhi was dead by then.
and then the new Gandhi after that is probably more very peaceful.
Do they elect the new Gandhi?
Well, they've had a bunch
I think
of
they do.
murdered popes, though.
I think they do.
Pope Pius was martyred by a sword, according to old sources. John the Eighth was poisoned in
They got some shit going on in the
he
Catholic
was
Church of
poisoned
like
and clubbed to death.
Who was?
Stephen the Sixth in
Oh, we going through Pope history?
1897 was strangled. Leo the Fifth allegedly strangled. Pope John the Tenth. Wait a minute. Go back. Pope John the Tenth in 928 allegedly smothered by a pillow or with a
I'm
pillow.
telling you,
They had pillows then?
they had some shit going on.
That guy, right? The My Pillow guy.
Yeah.
That's how he got started. They were stone pillows, but that's all they had. They didn't invent fucking sheep yet.
Oh, but then the Pope before this Pope, he just like said, "I'm done."
Well,
He resigned. I mean, he like retired.
He's not the first one to have done that, but he was the first one in like 600 years.
The first one since we had television.
I never liked I called him.
But did he?
The Rottweiler,
Is he
but-
still alive? Or did
No, he died.
Polish one?
No. Benedict. That's how Francis got in. Benedict retired. And
He made some good fucking eggs, that guy.
I was actually
Good
very
eggs.
surprised because Benedict was extremely conservative and right wing.
Whoa! What's wrong with that?
Depends.
That's where if you touch your dickie, you're going to hell.
That's a lot. That's why Fruit Loops came from, was it? Or no, what's the fucking cereal we were talking about that the guy made that because the fruity flavors and all kind of stuff was supposed to make you jerk off, so they invented whatever this cereal was. We had a conversation on one of these podcasts.
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up right
Okay.
now. I'm off of Pope
Okay,
stuff. I'm looking up the cereal. Cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes, yeah, we had that.
That was a long time ago, but yes.
Yeah, because it was the title of one of our episodes, Cornflakes versus Masturbation. So bland flavors were supposed to decrease that urge.
So
And
you didn't like him because he was conservative, because he didn't like gays, or
No, he was just very. He wanted to take the church back to the 1400s. I mean, in that, not that you could physically take it back, but his mental state was from the Inquisition and all that. I did not like him until he decided to retire, and I was kind of like, "Whoa!" I mean, you're doing the right thing. You're too old, and I forgot how old he was.
I gotta get my ass out of here.
yeah, you got.
you got Chinese
Well,
food?
no,
things.
no.
I got dental today.
You don't have to get your ass out. You get your teeth out.
Yeah, your ass can stay here.
Yeah. You guys have a great one.
All right. Well,
Been fun.
All right.
And,
You made it 32 minutes this time?
yeah. Well. True.
Ish.
Yeah.
In 53 seconds.
In 53 seconds. Perfect.
So, in case I won't see you till next Tuesday.
See you next
that
Tuesday.
is a see you next Tuesday, Bob.
Yeah, that's it.
And actually, you can hit it a day after, 2 days later, and see you next Thursday.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing.
Same acronym.
Yeah.
But Wednesday don't work.
But Wednesday.
So, Bob, you're leaving when?
I'm driving down tomorrow. I'll be driving back on Friday, and then Sunday we got to go up to Eugene.
Right. For
So,
more
yeah.
work.
So I'm here Sunday and Saturday
Okay. Well,
before next Tuesday.
then we'll see you next Tuesday then,
Yeah.
Yes.
and Thursday, and Wednesday.
So they got a cardinal guy, Cardinal Angelo Beccuis. Beccuis.
Yeah, they're going to change that.
He had to step down from the conclave.
Right, because he had sinned
He had-
badly with money.
Yes, he had. Yeah.
He had a sin with money.
Yeah.
How does the cardinal have money?
He was in charge of.
He wasn't
the
supposed to. That was the problem.
He was in charge of the checking account or something, and had his hand in the till. Which I don't know what the hell they would spend money on. It's not like
They get everything for free, right? And it's-
Yeah, they get a
Yeah.
house, they get food, they get.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe he found the login to the PayPal account.
something like
It's,
that. Anyway, so he was,
Pope47 at Gmail.
he inadvertently got the notice for the conclave when he shouldn't have gotten it.
Oh,
And so
somebody
he was-
fucked up
he
on the
was gonna-
invite list.
He was going to crash it, and then
Why wouldn't they
today he said no, he won't go.
why wouldn't they just remove him as a
As a cardinal.
cardinal?
I don't know.
Can't you get fired from being?
Oh, Heffian, yeah, you can be defrocked.
defrocked, and then you can go out and do whatever he wants to do, right?
Well, no, I mean, they'll
feel like
kick,
he was
they kick
already.
you. You know, it's like in the military. They remove one of your stripes.
Oh, so he goes down to being father now.
Well, bishop probably.
They
Cardinals,
don't bust him down that
well,
far.
cardinals are actually archbishops of whatever city they're from. So
Right.
So is there one for each city or whatever, or one from
no,
each
I mean,
region? Or
usually region larger. You know, San Francisco has one. You
Does
know,
Oregon only have one archbishop, or do we have?
so is it kind of like congressional members to where it depends on your population?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's large
Love you
cities
long
will have
time.
one in charge of all the. But if you get to like Wyoming, I don't even know if they have a archbishop up there. You know, so
He's got Montana with his territory.
it could it is based on the number of
Followers
followers
of sheep.
and stuff. Yeah. There
your-
isn't
in your
there isn't a
herd.
formula like you have to have 400,000.
But
before
I
you-
would imagine Oregon's probably got two at least because of the population. Maybe one pope can't handle 100,000 people, or a
But-
million, or I don't even know how many Catholics there are.
Oh, at least 5.
Well,
I know 2.
I know at least that many. But no, I know the.
But remember,
I know the priest
archbishops
up there.
are-
I don't know him, but I know who he is, and he's done some boatneck stuff for us.
There's 31 archbishops in the United States.
Okay.
Additionally, there are 6 cardinal archbishops.
There you go. So that's
So that they're the boss of the boss.
Yeah, they're the
well,
chief.
they're most likely Chicago, New York,
They're in the region.
L.A.
Right.
Yeah, the large.
So they handle. So the archbishop handles the bishops, and the bishops handle the
The knight,
priests.
the pawns, and the rook.
Who's protecting the queen?
She badass. She don't fucking.
No, that's true. She
Yeah.
can move anywhere she wants on the table. But no, Catholicism has always intrigued me. I don't necessarily believe in what they do, but it is very intriguing.
Well, the history ends, because they
It
basically
is the
shaped
history.
shaped the world at some point,
wow. We got wrapped up in watching all the Netflix shows of all the
Does it watch The Residence yet? That I told you.
I did.
Isn't it good?
What a goofy fucking show! I forgot the black girl on that show.
She's
is
from
the-
Orange is the New Black. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was Crazy Eyes in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
And she is just as crazy in this one. Have you not ventured into it?
I have not, but it's on our bucket list.
But I see the similarities of what's going on with the brother that's walking around
In his bathrobe all the
in
time.
his bathroom all the time, and he's fucking hilarious. And then the crazy senator,
Yep.
the female, we know who that is, and
MTG.
MTG exactly. And then it's just a funny show.
And it just flows well. It's just the
does.
way she come and the way that the detective lady, the black lady, was just lays everything out and she reminds me of like back when Whoopi Goldberg was cool.
Yeah,
That's what she
before
reminded
got
me of
fucking
before she
crazy.
got fucking weird.
Yeah. Too much rat nest in her hair,
Yeah.
I guess.
Ted Danson.
Ted Danson did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She gave him herpes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for her.
I mean, that's what I heard. That's what I read somewhere. I think I wrote it, then I read
You
it.
didn't
But
get herpes. Get it from somebody famous, I suppose.
I feel like that. If you got to have you don't want it from the fucking crazy chick down in the fucking liquor store corner.
No, you don't want it from her. That's
Because
your mistake.
you want some good high class herpes. I mean, it's fucking.
I didn't know that there was a classification of herpes.
Oh, Bob, come on. How do you not know this?
I never had.
You never had the.
They have a reason to look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, you want some Hollywood herpes. That's they're
And
well.
I'm sure there's plenty of
They're
Hollywood
where culture, a well cultured breed or whatever
Yes,
they call that
yes, I'm sure.
strain.
But no, good show. Funny.
Yeah, there's another one I started watching too. I don't remember what it's called, but
We're going through Bosch Legacy at the moment.
I don't know what that is.
Well, Bosch was a show I think on Prime or whatever. A detective in L.A. and he had 5 seasons or whatever. Now there's Bosch Legacy. His daughter's the cop.
Is it a funny or is it more
No,
drama?
it's drama.
like a crime drama kind of
Yeah,
thing.
crime drama.
Another one that we got sucked into it because it had a bunch of seasons was SWAT. I think it's on Prime or it's on one of those fucking things. But the opening music. Ron and I are looking at it, go, we know that song. It's like Wonder Woman. and then you watch the acting and it's like, this is so cheesy. It is almost like they did it in the 80s, but it's 2024 now, 25. And it's just like, ooh, that's bad acting. But it's entertaining. It's the same story every episode. Cops get called out, bad guy, cops find bad guy, cops lose bad guy, find bad guy again, and arrest bad guy. It show's over.
Well, most of the crime dramas are, a similar storyline with, the high anticipation and oh my God, the low.
Yeah.
That's why the British crime dramas. I swear to God, I'm never going to go near oceanfront or waterfront in Britain because
that's where they find all the dead bodies.
Most of the British crime dramas we watch is like, there's water. It's like,
yeah,
okay.
well, it is surrounded by water pretty much.
Well, yeah, so it's safer inland.
But those are good. Those are good, funny shows. The British ones are. What are you looking up there? You got
Just
some
finding random stuff.
You got some Baghdad stuff going on?
No. No, I stopped by there on the way.
Did you make it to Baghdad on?
No, did not.
No.
Just went home. It was bad about it.
Yeah, you were.
Actually, no, I went to Steam, and I ordered food to take home.
Oh, were they open?
Yeah.
I didn't get out of there till home till 10:30 that night.
Yeah, I went there. Well, when did everybody start leaving out? Because I stayed throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, that was like at 10 o'clock.
Okay, so I probably just got in under the wire.
Oh, okay.
Kitchen open.
Well, it's not like you didn't know anybody there to get food.
Yeah, so I got me a ribeye to take home. Because I didn't eat anything at the event.
Was it a good ribeye?
Oh yeah, no, they do great.
I know. I gotta get down.
They
there.
do great, and for $32 or whatever. Actually, no, it was a ribeye with prawns for $44. It was really good.
Well,
and mashed potatoes.
And you got plenty of food, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, that's everything I get from them is too much to eat. So yeah.
All kinds of noises and things.
Does it sound like it's raining?
That's a truck started. I think just started.
No, it does kind of like a rainish sound to it.
Yeah.
Not supposed to rain today, is it?
No, that's a truck. That's a truck.
That's a truck,
That's
yeah.
a diesel truck. That might be mine. Someone could be stealing it.
There was something else in the news recently that I wanted to bring up. I don't remember what it was because it was the Maxwell accuser lady was one of them, but there was something
Right.
else.
Well, there's so much going on, right?
Other than what with all the tariffs now, that the Asians only love you medium time.
They do what?
They can only afford to love you medium time instead of long time.
Oh,
Because of
part-time.
tariffs.
They're part-times now.
Yeah, no medium.
What is JJ doing now? Anyone that wants to be a caveman and can't meet tonight is having that. Okay. Perfect.
You gonna be a caveman?
No, I can't. I got golf tonight. I can't be at the clubhouse tonight.
What are they doing tonight? Oh, starting
This
up.
kid practice.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, fucking half the people are at golf tonight.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you and Jason, but who else? Fields is there. Who?
Yeah, he's not.
Travis is going to be at golf.
Yep.
Rob.
Yeah, so
Rob.
no.
Rob.
No,
not Rob,
no.
He's
Rob.
not golfing.
No, he not on Tuesdays. He goes Monday nights.
Oh, got
He
it.
goes with the good guys.
Yeah.
So
So the Liberals won in Canada, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Prince William wore a blue suit to Pope Francis's funeral.
oh, how dare he?
Son of a bitch.
That son of a bitch. They should defrock him.
He looks like he ought to be laying next to the Pope.
The king?
Yeah. God, he looks old.
Whoa, yeah, he is old.
No, you think about King Charles.
King Charles.
This was
Yeah.
Prince William.
Oh, William.
William. That's the youngest one, right? Or is
No, they're the oldest.
Oh, William.
Yeah, he's the one that looks more like
the
his
one-
dad.
He's the one that's going to be king.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, since his dad goes, I don't want to be king no more. But he had to wait for so many years.
Well, his dad's got cancer or something.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
Isn't he? He's
Earl.
not long for this world.
Yeah. Long live the king. Yeah, I mean, what a good gig that is. You don't have to do shit.
Yeah, it's
What's the king really do?
Well, no, you still have to shit.
Yeah,
Okay?
but you don't have to do.
You don't have somebody go take a shit for me, okay?
Yeah.
I've tried that here when people go to the bathroom and they never ever pee for me.
They're assholes.
Yeah.
But
Kim Jong Un does. He doesn't have.
does.
He doesn't have a butthole.
that's what the word is.
Yeah.
which is kind of weird, but I don't know who made that up.
But no, I think the king, the whole royal family, they're entirely just ceremonial, and they still
they're inbred.
They still they still.
Well,
own
that was the problem with the whole Charles and
Diane.
They
went outside the family.
They went outside the family, and then
Brought some new blood in.
Right, well, they had to mix it all up because it was getting a little blue.
Yeah.
So they added now it's teal, and so now Prince William married I don't think she was a blue blood.
So there was
No, his wife is she's the one that had cancer.
Yeah, she had cancer.
And no, she, somewhere down some other level of royalty.
And I think William's daughter would be the next. She's the third in line. With Charles being still alive. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the daughter of King William.
Because it's the firstborn, right?
Firstborn of William that gets it,
Yeah.
and then
That's a boy.
it is a boy. So he's a prince
yeah.
right now. So he'll be the next king of England because he's young, and then it goes way down. I mean that poor, be Harry. That poor bastard never got a chance. He's like 12th in line.
Well, I mean, he
I don't know. He
realized
doesn't
he's
want it. I don't think he wants
Yeah,
it.
no, he doesn't want
After
it.
he figured out, like he was over there in the corner going, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm fucking out.
But I'm still collecting my check.
I'm still gonna get my check.
So these are the
And
people.
fuck Meghan Markle.
These are the people that wore blue to the thing. So Prince William wasn't the only attendee who wore blue instead of the more traditional option of black for the funeral. U.S. President Donald Trump, Jordan's King Abdullah, and Indian President Draupadi Murmu all opted for blue ensembles to the event, drawing criticism on social media.
Yeah, take a picture. Take a look at the picture.
And Ukraine's President Zelensky, who dressed in black but not in a traditional suit, also had his sartorial choice analyzed online.
Yeah, so I mean, it wasn't.
But the Vatican does not list an official funeral dress code on its website. An insider told people that attire for the ceremony was left up to the individual.
There you go. So you can't complain about it.
No, he could have come in shorts.
I'm saying they should have wore like Bermuda shorts and
a toga, and a toga.
and a Hawaiian shirt and flip flops
And a toga.
and a toga.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
then you
there
wear
was-
nothing underneath the toga.
there
Kind
was-
of like a kilt.
Yeah.
I
Except
saw
taller.
one guy walk by that was it was a Roman Catholic Orthodox bishop of some sort in his golden vestment,
Oh,
his
yeah.
golden hat.
He had all this shit on, huh?
Yeah, he was dressed to the nines.
But he was allowed to do that because he was the head of the.
Well, remember, I mean, even from countries that have different styles of dressing, they're not required to come in that.
Right.
They're allowed their tradition, and the Orthodox have a huge, ceremonial gold plaques and all that
Okay.
stuff. So he wore his official stuff.
Perfect.
And Daddy's. I wonder if there's an Orthodox.
So is Rodney playing tonight? As far as you know, as of right now,
Right now, he is.
as of at 4:30, he may change his mind.
Yeah, that's a good way to not ever golf again.
Yeah. Yep.
Super good way. As far as I know, all is good.
Good. Yeah. Oh, so we got 23 points last week.
I know we did very well. We're like in third.
Really?
It's the best that we do. This is about it.
Yeah. This is our. We peaked week one.
We peaked because at the end of the season we got like 60 points. And
Yeah,
we
yeah.
we
blew our nut early.
We blew our nut way early.
Way early.
Well, and I just happened to have a very solid night.
No, you freaking killed it. You're gonna get $10 tonight.
I know. I'm gonna get my $10 bill, and I'm gonna love it.
Jeff's gonna be like, fucking cheating bastard.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Now, if I do it again tonight, there's gonna be an inquiry.
There's gonna be your fucking handicap's gonna go to like 4.
Yeah. I think I had 4 pars in a row.
Yeah, because I mean, realistically, looking at your net score, you were 11 under par. What you factor in handicap?
Yeah, I know. It was awesome.
That was crazy. I made up the difference on the other side.
You
I
did.
did 68. Yeah, it was,
But I was just I was good off the tee box, but not great. But it was my mid-range game,
Yeah.
my up and down, and my
you one putted pretty much every hole, I think.
I did.
Or you chipped it to at least a gimme or whatever,
I chipped it to a gimme, and I I didn't putt very much.
No.
I mean, yeah, you're within the leather. It's like, oh, thank you. You know, good. Yep, good.
Yeah.
And I looked at Joe a couple times and go, that good gives me a par.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm fucking,
Yeah.
you're beating me anyways.
He's what
I
the
got
hell.
to give you 2 pops on it. Like, well, thank you.
Well, and you gave him 1 point.
I did on the very first hole. And because I shot us, I went triple bogey on that.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah, after that, it was.
And it was, I just barely missed the cup for the bogey. And then I can't necessarily remember the sequence of it, but it was, if I would have just done something decent on that hole.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
because I came off the tee over to the right, and then I laid. Then I know what happened. I came off tree, and I was in that tree trouble, and I hit a tree, and
Yes,
and then I
yep.
had to do like a 90, about 80, 90 in, and I fell a little. I went a little long on it.
Yep.
And then I had to putt down, and I basically
That downhill putt, yeah.
Yeah, downhill.
I remember
putt.
that.
And the greens were just horrible because we haven't played since October. And
I haven't played since the Twilight Scramble. I didn't do any tournaments this year.
okay.
So
No, we got to figure out the golf cart thing tonight.
yeah, it should be good for tonight. I would assume.
Oh no, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, but as far as who's in your
yeah,
spot,
like who's gonna get? Because I'm gonna definitely. I saw the keys laying in it, and it's like, and then I'll put a little note on it. You are in my spot. So
and then he's going to see my cart there with a wrong number on it too. So.
I'll take the number off.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that was weird. You didn't talk to Jeff about it. You
No,
see, you
I
haven't been
didn't.
back in, so yeah.
No, I'll talk to him tonight
Yeah.
about it when we go look. Maybe someone just parked it there because they needed it, and it was empty, and it's been empty for a year.
A year, just
Just
give or take.
Give or take. So I would have probably done the same thing, but
Well, yeah, and realistically, you can't even read the numbers on the spots anymore.
no. And it would be one of those deals like, well, you haven't parked there. Yeah, but I still pay for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I pay the rent. I may not live there, but I pay the rent.
Yeah. You don't give away my apartment just because I don't
Right.
show up every day. You know.
Yeah, they might not want that fight when we gave your spot away. And I'm like, but you still charged me for my spot.
Yeah,
So-
give me my money
Can I
back.
have
Yeah,
all my
can,
money back?
can I have my $20 a month for the last year?
They're saying like, no, we put it over on Blair's,
yeah. And I'm going to go, well, okay.
and you're gonna be like, well, yeah, I did use it at one time.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. So
That makes sense.
There's always an argument to being fucked.
Well, yeah, but it's not like there's a shortage of fucking cart spots.
No.
And does anybody really care where in the shed their cart goes?
Yes.
Is it
That's
really?
why I
Is that
picked
a-
number 5 because it was close to yours and it was right there. You don't want to have to walk all the way down to the 50 feet.
How many carts are there?
A lot.
There's probably
300?
well, I mean, there's
Holy
there's
shit.
400 and some odd memberships, right?
Yeah.
422 memberships available. So I would assume that they would accommodate one for each.
Well,
Plus, you've got the bar carts that are in there,
Right.
and some other.
The main barn where we're parked at, there is got to be 25, 50. There's 200 carts just in that one barn. And then there's the other barn that's connected, and there's probably got to be another 200 between all that. So
I assume somebody can go and rent something.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
have
yeah.
those. They have those downstairs in
Yeah,
the main building. Those
they-
are,
they
the
keep
club
those
owned
down.
ones are indoors.
yeah, they keep those down in the basement.
But yeah, and a lot of members will lease a cart from the club for $500 a year or something
Yeah,
like that.
something like, which is a good deal.
It's a great deal because then they do the maintenance.
Yeah.
You get a fresh cart. The only thing I like about having my own cart is I can keep my snacks in there and just show up in there.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
As
Those
we looked
Fritos
up-
from a year and a half ago were still in there.
They
I
were
know
still
it.
in there. Yep, they're still. There might be a sandwich in there.
There's probably a sandwich in there.
And the Fritos are still good.
Fritos and yeah. They're
What
like-
would be great if you know that you only play that course, which most of the times that's the only course that we play. Not during this time of year because I got a tournament that I'm playing on Saturday.
Are you doing that one at Dutcher?
Yeah,
I'll be there.
the two man.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Cool. Who you got?
Scott. So we did Steam sponsored a team or foursome or four whatever how it worked
For
out.
the Sons of
Yeah.
the Sons one.
Yeah, on the 3rd.
Yep.
So so it's me and Scott and then Kenny and Mike Bushke
Okay.
is for on the Steams teams. So
The Scott Golf?
no,
Oh. Okay. So he'll do fantastic.
yeah, it's a scramble.
Yeah, JJ and I are golfing together on that one. And it's only a 9-hole, which is
It's
great.
good, and it's early. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning or some shit.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So we're
be
out of
done
there by 1, which is great because we have our Treso de Mayo party that night for Active Club.
I don't think they call it Treso.
No, they don't. But
That's
what I'm
queso.
calling-
That's that cheese, right? That's that cheese.
Yeah.
That
but
fake. That fake.
Since
Mexican
we can't
cheese.
do it on Cinco de Mayo, we're doing it on Treso de Mayo.
Cinco's on the 5th. It's here, isn't it?
Yeah,
This year, is it again?
no, it's again on the 5th. So
Yeah.
we always get
Repeats
together
all the
for
time.
active.
You ever
club.
watch that show Arrested Development?
Yes.
They had that episode on the Cinco de Mayo to where it's Cuatro de Mayo. It's Cuatro de Cinco is what they call it because
Cuatro de Cinco.
they were angry because they're racist white people, privileged people that the Mexicans were taking over the town for Cinco de Mayo.
Were they snow Mexicans?
No, they were regular Mexicans. So what they decided is that they would hold their own party, call it Cuatro de Cinco, and have it on the 4th, and they would buy up all the decorations. Well, then the Mexicans just started to party with them also, and
Then they had a 2-day party.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's a funny show.
It
I'm
is.
watching. I'm probably on my 4th time watching it.
Really? I need to.
That's one that I never got into. I mean, I've watched it, and it's like,
It's just stupid humor.
It
is.
is.
But it's good one-liners. And,
stupid.
but just the, I guess, family dynamic and the characters that they have in place, and they're just the shit they come up with. I couldn't be a writer and figure out how.
Oh,
they
I
come
don't
up
even
with
know
that
how
shit.
they do it.
Yeah, it's just the plot twists and all that kind of stuff. How they figure out what they're going to do, and it's almost like they know, 6 seasons down the road that they can start leading into
Right.
it, kind of a thing like that.
I mean, I imagine they probably write some notes and they.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
somebody's got a
it
master
definitely-
plan.
Yeah, they definitely progress as it goes by. It's not like this. I mean, this is totally. I mean,
planned.
Unscripted. It said it right there in the intro. Veronica Black said so.
yeah, we are definitely unfucking scripted.
That's the way it should be.
What else is going on?
We got 2 more followers. We're up to 65 now.
Really? Anything from like the East Coast or?
As far as location goes,
I mean,
it's hard to tell. I can't tell which ones have been there and which ones are new anymore because there's so many of them.
Well, I'm gonna guess maybe our buddy Tommy from
From the boat.
from up in Washington. So if you're listening, Tommy.
But one thing I noticed too, though, is let me pull this up here. Spotify is Spotify the app or Amazon Music. People listening on Amazon Music is almost caught up to Spotify numbers.
No shit.
As far as the percentage.
Okay. Okay.
I'm showing. How do I can get on here? But and the old folks, the 60 and plus,
Yeah,
Thank you.
are
over
we
the last
growing?
30 days have taken over.
That's definitely from the boat.
You think?
Yeah, because that was that crowd.
Yeah, so Spotify has got, well, see, that's different now. What's the date range on here? Oh, that's 7 days. Let's go out 90. Let's do all time. Can't do all time?
All good times.
90. So in the last 90 days, we've gained 3 followers.
Okay.
The last 30 days, we gained 1. Okay, so all time, we've had almost 1,700 plays all time.
Okay.
Do we still have my Lensman in it?
I don't know what that means.
My people.
Oh, yeah.
It's familiar.
They're still holding strong
Okay.
at the. So it's a different
I'm telling
date
you, if they
range.
didn't have that crazy son of a bitch, the Germans would have took over.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're 44, and again, I can't tell what this time frame is. The age groups for Spotify only now. This one is saying 45 to 59 is at 71%, and 60 plus is only 18. But it was significantly higher before on the old folks. But yeah, so Spotify. Well, see, now it's not again. Okay, never mind. I have to look on my home thing and see because it was like both of them were like 35% each.
Really? And now we're
And now-
heavily into the millennials.
Well, I don't know about that, but in Apple Pod. So here it says Spotify is 52% of our population, Amazon Music 15, Apple Podcast 12, web browser 11.2, Amazon Alexa 7.7, and other is 1.5.
We've actually had people web browse us.
Yeah, well, that's because they probably click on something. It's just a player, whatever you call it,
A
podcast
sample?
player.
Oh, okay. Well, we would love more listeners, and
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's out there, so
Yeah, fuck you, Joe. We're coming after you.
Coming after you. But dude, he's got cool stuff.
He does have. Cool
I mean,
stuff.
he's got like.
Well, he's also doing 4 episodes a week.
Yeah. Well,
And has some freaking heavy. We don't.
I
Get,
mean, if we were getting paid like $1 million a show, we'd do 4 episodes a week too.
We would do 5.
I would do 7.
I would not do 7. I need a day off.
Well, we have a pre-recorded, so we do two on one.
You know, with the technology I'm working
Well,
with
just
now,
like they do in game shows, you know.
you record 4 in a day, and
Yeah.
they're freaking.
Yeah, but
we do the whole season, and
we could barely. We do 2 hours of just sitting around bullshit, and I don't think we could like shut off. Go, oh, let's pretend.
well,
it's
because
Tuesday
we need
next week."
new current events too.
Yeah, we do
because we're going to be talking about the Pope, dead for 6 months from now because we pre-recorded.
So we got to wait till. Let's go back to the Pope because I'm intrigued by it. Our resident non-Catholic Catholic. So we got to wait till the 7th before they start popping smoke.
That's only next week.
Well, there are dates, and so many days after the funeral is when the conclaves, because you got to give the cardinals who live on the entire planet time to get to Rome.
Why are they not at the
Yeah,
funeral?
why didn't they go to the funeral?
Well, I mean, they
I mean,
attempt to get there, but I'm sure there's still
Did their
some.
Travelocity person not do well?
Well, one thing I did not know is there are cardinals, and then there are cardinal electors. In other words, they have 135 who are going to vote, but they're like 250 cardinals. So there's like 100 cardinals. Some of them are probably over 80, which can't vote.
Right. They decide that they're incontinent and they're not allowed to.
Yeah, they got to pee too often.
Yeah.
and not even know it.
Yeah.
That's the bad
My
part.
fucking robe's wet again.
Yeah, the goddamn prostate. Fucking shit. That's Donnie Carter's talk right there. Love you, Donnie. Not that you're listening, but
Yeah.
And if you do, you don't remember. But no, it's probably like the what's the thing? What's the voting we do in the U.S.? The
Electoral
college. Yeah, they got their own electoral 135 count. You got to get 50 plus 1%.
From what I hear, they're all gathering now and they're having lunches together. They're having
Well, yeah,
dinners.
well, that's how they came up with 9 who
They got
are-
movie night and popcorn and they're watching the conclave and maybe they're doing a lot of praying.
Hopefully, they don't need to watch the conclave to know how it's going.
You would hope so.
Do they got Pope Air that just goes around and picks them up, or are they flying United?
They're using a multi-jet.
Yeah.
I follow them on TikTok. Maybe one day that they'll listen to us and yes, a multi-jet. That's
What's a
what
multi-jet?
It's a fucking private jet service.
Oh, it's kind of like NetJet. It's
Yeah,
like a
but I
subscription
like a
service.
multi better.
Multi, because you got more than one.
A multi.
Yeah.
And the guy is a big time TikTok dude, and he's funny and he's pretty much straight up. But that's I need that fuck you money from my dirty
whore.
my dirty mom .com AI girl.
Housewifewhores.com.
I like it. I like it. Housewifemombod.com. AI.
AI.com.biz.
One of the things that worries me about AI is that everyone's creating. I mean, AI is a program, a very sophisticated program.
Very.
It has if statements and it has action statements, and that's it. The problem now is
What if?
you've got all kinds of programs. They're not designed to interface. So
it's
you
gonna
might
blow up?
ask AI number 1 a question and get X as an answer. You ask the same one of
Yeah.
AI
Oh, yeah.
number
No,
2
it's-
and you
it's
get
a different
Z.
opinion. So I ran. I had to do a document for the shop here, and I put it into AI. AI doesn't know how to spell.
Your AI.
A lot of it has how you prompt it too.
Yeah.
Well, spelling ought to be
here's
pretty
this,
good no matter.
make it better, and then it comes back with you didn't spell shit right.
Okay, so housewifewhores.com is available for $1,999.
Oh.
And then you renew for $17 the next year. So somebody owns it, but they've got it on the market.
They want it paid.
Or you can get housewifewhores.casa for $698.
.casa is that a?
That's a top casa. Or you can get housewifewhores.house, spelled HAUS, for $11.98 a year.
Oh shit!
Housewifewhores.house, like American spelling, $12.98 a year.
What did you
Or
buy?
housewifewhores.net is $12.98 a year.
I think we got a winner there. So did you .com your?
Yeah, I've got Victoria's Secret library.com.
Okay.
And that's
well, work on that for me, and we'll work out the details.
Yeah. Here we go. Here it is.
And you know, obviously you'll get a cut of this because now
No, not Victoria's. Veronica's. I forgot my bitch's name already. Damn it. Sorry, girl.
Forgot your side piece's name.
Oh, that's cute.
And with titties like that, you wouldn't think I would.
Well, I mean, I've been blinded by many.
Veronica. How do I spell Veronica? V-E, okay.
Should have picked like Nancy. It's easier to spell.
Karen.
Yeah, but everybody's got a...
Everybody's got a Karen.
So what this is like the landing page.
Oh.
And then it links to, this is the fan view page and the Instagram and the Discord
So
server.
when do you go live?
I'm going to go, well, technically this is live now. So
Right.
if somebody goes there and clicks on it, but
Obviously, you're the-
I'm going to start running the things. So so this goes to her fan view page, which I don't have anything done yet. But it's because what I've been finding out is I want to advertise on all, and that's why I'm going to start the advertising is on the 1st. So I know that's day one.
Okay.
So I've still got a few more things to set up on there and get everything, all the automation laid out to where I've got the stuff produced. I've got all the images, the videos for 30 days worth that's produced. And then the automation will just grab, this platform, it's going to do these pictures and this one's best, it's a whole thing. But yeah, I'm going to flick the switch to where it's going to do all the advertising.
Let's negotiate a deal right now for Dirty Housewives. Mom, dirty.
I'm going to throw. What I'll do is once I'm at home on my computer, I can do like what they call a monster search or a mega search, where I put in a few number of keywords like dirty whores, dirty mom whores, fat trailer park mom.
We don't want to go with whores because I'm looking for like mom.
You want class.
I want mom.
You want C-section and everything.
Yeah. We want like real moms. Because
girl next door moms kind of working out in the garden with no panties on and a fucking mini skirt and an apron.
Yes. So I figure we can negotiate. I mean, if you're gonna, Bob's over there, but hey, we're just doing advertising right now, Bob, and negotiations because if you're gonna go 300 a day, I imagine you can make 100 off of this as an additional. So now you're at 400. I'm at 200. It sounds like a great deal.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Okay.
So anyways, yeah. So it's
200 a day. Yeah.
But the way you look at it, my goal is to hit 300 a day within the first 30 days.
Right.
That puts it at that's 300 a day after cost. So
can we have them pay in Bitcoin?
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the thing. So it depends on the systems.
Speaking of Bitcoins, you guys were
It's up.
heavy, not just the Bitcoins, your alternate.
All crypto, altcoins, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going?
I've stopped doing it once I lost a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
I've still got some, and I play with some things.
Yeah,
but,
I still got Bitcoin. I got an eighth
How's
of
your
what.
Doge or whatever? No, doggies.
And Doge is down. I mean, it's still there. Doggy is that's Doggy. Shiba is still solid.
Yeah.
At nothing. But
it's a solid nothing. I've got some.
It is a solid nothing.
I moved more into with the actual blockchain programming, and I've got a script that I've been playing with, and I'm actually supposed to pull it out a while back, but I forgot. To where it goes on the back end and pulls from different areas and gets what's called flash loans, which you could take 30% of my money, 70% on a flash loan, do the transaction, and everything's done all in one transaction, and then
you should probably take a look at that because you could be having money in there.
Oh, it is, but I've only got I put in like $100, so that what happens
You have
though,
like 101 now.
I get about 75 cents a month off of it.
Okay. Well,
But
solid.
so I'm just playing around with how to scale it, and if it scales linearly, or if it's because a lot of those you're staking it in somebody's fund basically. And most of those work on the bigger chunk of the cookie that you got, the more, so, they're going to pay out, say 5%, 6% a month for everything. But out of that 5% of $1 million, if you've got 95% of the pot, then you get 95% of that 5%, so I don't know. I'm just playing around with different amounts that I put in to see the ratio, and I've got a spreadsheet that I track it all in of, but my goal is I'd leave it, say I put in $100, well then my total deposit with the flash loan is $333, but only $100 of my money.
Right.
And then I pull it out in 30 days, see what my difference is, and then go in again with $10 more or whatever. That's what but the last few times I forget, And now I'm like, shit, it's been 45 days, so I can't really go by that now because the first one was 30 days, and now this one's 45. So did it gain more traction after the 30 days, or that kind of shit? So I need to what to do is write the script so it's automated, so it sits there for so many days and then withdraws automatically.
Right. Yeah,
because I can do that.
Currently, Bitcoin's sitting at 95,000.
Yeah, it's been jumping between like.
I need to sell at 95.
Yeah.
But the minute I sell, it's going to jump up to 100, and then it's going to piss me off. And then I wait for the crash.
Yeah.
Wait for the 80,000. So buy it at 80.
Because it was just at 80 something like last week.
Oh yeah, no, it's been.
Because I get alerts every week. It's been jumping that 5 to 10% a day, up or down.
Yeah, it was down in shit. It was down to 77. It was in the 70s first part of April. It went down to 76,000. So sell at 95, you come back in and buy at 70 something. You're just gaining more fractions of a coin.
Yeah.
And that way you can build up. That's what I did before, and it worked out. Every time you sell, it's like $150. So you got to view like, okay, it's cost me $150 to do it, but can I make 300?
Yeah, exactly.
So you wait for it to hit that sweet spot, and you never know when it's going to drop. You never know when it's going to gain.
Well, Hector was big into coin. I don't know if he still is or not.
Well, he was the one who was always just saying, hold until it hits 100 grand, then sell.
Yeah.
And then wait. Because that's what everybody's doing now is they're playing that 5% bumps.
Right. Yeah, they're doing that. Sell high, wait for it to drop a little bit, buy low, and you just increase your amount of coin that you hold.
Yeah.
And then hopefully, like what I did is when I sold my coin, most of my coin, I made a very nice return on it.
Well, and you're still financially dollars. You've never really dropped down in value.
No.
You've just got less of the coin.
Right.
But because the cost of the coin's gone up, he's got the same amount of money.
Right. So yeah, it's stock market.
It is.
How is the old stock market doing today?
I think it's reasonable.
Tesla went way up.
I know. I love that. It's down today.
Everybody's taking
48
profits.
cents. Yeah, everybody's taking profit. Yeah, stock market's it's up 350 points today. So we're back up to
better than down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
United Airlines is up 19 cents. S&P's up. Let's see what else. Carnival's down 20 cents.
Oh, you better book another one.
I know. Knight Swift is up.
Do they give you stock because you book so much?
When we first signed up, there was a deal that we got stock.
Got some options there.
Some stocks from them. I don't know if we had to get their credit card or book a cruise or whatever the deal was. They were like, here's some stocks. Okay, thanks. It's worth $19.
Hey, but that's free $19. That'll buy you a sandwich on the boat.
That will, yeah, 2 drinks.
Really? I think it'd be more. I think it'd be a glass of wine is $19 or some shit.
Each drink on the boat, if you don't have the drink package, runs you $12.50.
That's not bad.
For
because how much does the drink package cost you?
$80 a day.
Okay, so
and it's easy to drink $80 worth of booze a day.
Oh yeah,
especially at $13. Yeah. And you can drink nice bourbon or something,
because it's not limited, it's unlimited.
Well,
top shelf. They've got a few reserve.
No. Oh yeah, the booze is unlimited, but you have to find where the
good stuff's at. You got to know the secret handshake.
Like we knew the secret handshake to go to the Heroes Bar to get the E.H. Taylor bourbon, but if you were to order it from the regular bar, you're going to get Jack Daniels or Buffalo. They had a lot of Buffalo on board, so there was a lot of Buffalo Trace being drank. But you found the
well, if it's that or Jack Daniels, yeah. I'm going
to drink Buffalo Trace.
Yeah.
Oh, there's. Okay. Well, Dan needs my attention, so.
Yeah.
Oh, he must be in Medford.
Yeah, when you get a second.
Well, we're almost to an hour and a half, so
I think we're good.
I think we got a good topic today.
Yeah,
we can go with that. So
we got the Pope taken care of.
Got the Pope
we got the poor girl that
Epstein's girl
unalived herself accidentally.
Yeah, so it's
golf. All the fun.
11:30. We got golf tonight. I'm gonna go home, take a shower, take a nap.
Wow, good for you.
That's my routine on Tuesdays now. Is it?
Okay, that's a good routine to have.
Yeah.
And Bob's gonna be preparing to go do Bob things.
Yeah, I got to pack so I can go down.
Don't you have clothes down there?
Yeah, but we don't have a vacuum cleaner down there
You
So you're going to pack your vacuum cleaner?
No. Well,
Probably at Costco on the way, you're going to go right by and grab one.
no. We had two of them up here. I don't know why we brought one up, and then we bought one here, and we never took the one.
So now you got
out.
3.
No, one of them broke. So so
But
we're-
you still have it, I'm sure.
no, it's in the garage, ready to be recycled.
Ah, there it is.
But you still have it, is what he
Still
said.
have it.
Well, the bottom is broken off. It's useless.
Oh, well, you can play.
Well, you know what though? We bought the same one, Shark, and so the canister in the back. I'm going to hang on to that in case the canister on the Shark breaks.
Yeah, because they're all of like $80 to buy a brand new one. Bob, that's why you got 2 houses full of shit.
It's got a point there.
Yeah. Speaking from someone that has
This
the
is
same problem.
Bob. This is a moment of self-reflection right here. Is what we're doing. This little self-reflection is all we're doing.
Oh, your daughter's gonna love you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help her out. I really, I cannot tell you how I've
Because she needs a lot of half vacuums. She just
am
doesn't
like-
have any half vacuums.
from the start of okay, let's get rid of shit. I have up to about 3 levels. Now, I used to. Oh God, that's got a memory, and let me look at it later. I've reached a stage. Fuck it.
I think Dr. Phil talks about people like you all the time on his show.
Well, you're doing well. You're doing well compared
No,
to where you were a year ago.
We are getting rid of stuff. I have constant delivery to the gospel mission of
Nice.
of shit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, one time Goodwill pissed me off.
Goodwill sucks. Goodwill sucks.
Yeah, they do.
No, they didn't want to take a certain
Yeah.
thing, and I said,
It's free.
I mean, it's not garbage. I'm not asking you to dump stuff for me, because I can do that on my own with it by a truckload. And I said, well, then I'll find somewhere else. And Gospel Mission does a wonderful job.
Now we got that kid that comes in here.
I didn't know Gospel
Henry?
Mission had a store
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I went to the
You went to the main one,
main one
Oh.
with a truckload of shit,
and they
said,
looked at you crazy.
Well, no, they said,
Are you moving in?
We don't have room. Oh. And I said, well, what am I going to do? So you can take it to our store. I go,
You got a store?
Well, and he said that he can even arrange a pickup for you too.
yeah.
Yeah, they've got their box trucks that come around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
And they'll even you just leave it outside and they'll leave you a little fucking receipt for your taxes.
Yeah.
And you never fill those out unless you get audited. That way you've
Well,
got a stack that
right,
you can
right.
you can fill out when needed
When
based on
needed,
what
yes.
you actually said you turned in.
Exactly.
Because they will sign it and give a shit. They don't
Yeah,
care.
but based on what we're donating, we're never going to get any deductions on it.
Yeah.
We'll max out on that and no problem.
Oh, okay. Well, we tried. So what you do is you save those receipts for me and G.
Okay.
Oh,
Pick and stack it.
kid. You just drive through you can hand them a paper bag and go, "Can I get a donation, please? Here's a piece of paper." I think I got a couple of them in my truck and
In the frickin'
yeah,
you got a piece of gum watered up in it you haven't thrown away yet.
a couple burnt cigarettes.
So, anyways.
All right.
Alrighty. This is season 2, episode 11.
11.
Uno.
in the can.
Bam.
Have a good one.